They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense.
King Harold, Kings Club Casino, Kings Club Roulette, and now Kings Club Baccarat. We're going to play and Kings Club Turbo Tokens. Don't forget that. Doggone, and we got some prosperity going on there. I'm going to play some Baccarat at beginning at $5, and we're going to go up 3 units on losses and down 2 on wins. And we're going to play player, banker, player, player, banker, banker. That's what we're going to play. And we got $5 on the player, and there we're starting. And you can see what it is. The banker wins with 9, so we're going to banker here for $15. I'm sorry, for $20. We're going up 3. We have a $20 bet on the banker and 1, so that's going to put us on a $10 player bet. I'll try to keep track of this. $10 on the player. And we're going to stay with the player, and we're going to go down to 5 because that's as low as we can go after that win. So we're back at the beginning level, $5 on the player. Now we'll go to $20 on the banker. For 2 banker bets, and we go to $35 on the banker for his second try. We'll repeat that bet. $35 bet's going to go to 45 on the player. First set. $60 on the banker. Whoops, get rid of that. Up 3 units. Banker individual bet. With that win, we go to a $50 player bet. And up to a $65 player bet. And then down to a $55 banker bet. We're following it straight to the letter and trying to keep the bets right. We're at $55, first of 2 banker bets. So we're going to go to a $70 banker bet. Up 3 units, second banker bet. Off of that win, we're going to go to a $50 player bet. Angel, I haven't been keeping track of the money.
We'll start right here.
Okay, so we're just going to restart. I don't know.
No, you're just going to just say you're right where you're at. So you're at 10,354, and
Yeah,
let's just go.
I know we were winning, so we're going to begin again at 10,354. So we're going for 10,650.
Angel is not watching at all.
Angel is in a snooze fest over there. So
Well, I'm not in a snooze fest. I'm working.
he's working. So I don't want to play that bet. So we're going to begin again with a $5 bet on the player. We got to get to 10,654 if we can. So it really doesn't matter. We're going to start over, and here we are. I know that we were probably winning $200 at a time, but it doesn't matter. That's a $5 win on the player. So we're going to go to a $5 bet on the banker, beginning at $5. And we're going to go to $20 for the first of 2 player bets. And $35 on the player. We're moving over to the banker at $50. Up the D'Alembert scale. The $50 win gives us a banker bet of $40, down $10. Second banker bet. Now we go to the player for 30. And a push is going to repeat that bet. This is the first bet. This is a single player bet. And 30 is going to put us at $45 on the banker. The $45 banker bet is going to start the two player bets at $35 on the first, $35 on the player, and then $50 on the player, up $15. And the push repeats the bet. 50 on the player. And that win puts us on a $40 banker bet. First of two banker bets.
I'm seeing if I can make $1,000 while you're doing this video.
Yeah, why don't you do that? We're going to bet $55 on the banker. Second banker bet. 55.
I'm only up 305% now.
Oh, awesome. At 55, we're going to go to a $45 bet on the player.
I think if we were at the casino, we would have walked a long time ago.
I don't know about that. This is the Baccarat is kind of an interesting game.
Are you up 305% yet?
No, I just lost
Okay, just checking.
$45.
Let's go.
Yeah, just checking.
Let's go.
He's just checking. First banker bet. That was a $60 bet. So we're going to have two player bets at $50.
Come on, let's get that all-time high.
This is second player bet. This is at $40 down 2 units, two $5 units. This is a $40 bet. And we're going to go to 55 on the banker. And we're going to go to 70 on the banker. And we'll go back to the top with the player at $85. $85, player one single bet. So we go to a $75 banker bet. And a $65 for the first of two player bets. $65. And $80 on the player. Puts us on two banker bets. First bet is $70, down 2 units. We got another banker bet coming up at $60. And 75 on the player. Whoops, those are wrong. This is a banker bet. $90 bet. and a $105 bet on the player back at the start. And a $120 bet on the banker. Two player bets coming up. 110 is the first bet. And 125 on the player. Then we're going to go to two banker bets. The first banker bet's at 115. And the second banker bet is at 105. Then we got a $120 bet for a single player bet to start the series again at $120 on the player. That's a push. Repeat 120 on the player. Now we go to a single banker bet at 110. The 110 on the banker, I'm $15 away from 15%. You want to reset to a low number, you want to call the game here.
What do you think, brother?
Let's play it out.
Okay.
Start from the beginning at $5 on the player because we're very close to getting our 15%, but we're knuckleheads about it and wanting to get it anyway. So now we're $11 away from it with the $5 bet on the banker. Complete imbeciles trying to squeeze out the last win. $5 on the banker. Naturally, he loses. We'll go to two player bets at $20. And if we go in the trap, we go in the trap. But we did not, and we have made it. We had to get to 10,654 for the 15% $300 win. We're at 10,658, which means we made $304. So we made $304. Baccarat. The thing that I would say about the Baccarat is you do need the bankroll because you do get up, as you saw. But there are single bets, and even when you're up high, you're at 120, 130, 140. And just like we had, you win two straight, you win three straight, you've made all your money. That's the way D'Alembert works. You can lose your way up and then catch your winning streak at the higher number, and it resolves all past sins very quickly. And the Baccarat play of player, banker, player, player, banker, banker is a very strong way to play. I do have a modified that I go player, banker, player, 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 banker, banker, banker. So I add one player in there, so I have three straight players and three straight bankers. And that's also very strong because all you're looking for is to have your redemption win. And when you do string the three players together and the three bankers together, you do tend to get the win. Oftentimes you get two, sometimes you get three. I have gotten five. And so you know what would happen there. You'd scale all the way back down and you take all your money. So Baccarat is a very controlled game. It is, in my estimation, it is the most likely winning game in the casino. We play roulette because roulette is a fascinating challenge. Roulette is also the hardest game in the house to beat with the biggest edge. And that's why I would prefer to play it on a single zero wheel so that you can add 2.5% to your odds. And I definitely would prefer to play it with 25 numbers against the house's 12 and move my 25 and force them to take the 12 that I want them to have. And that's the way you win at roulette, your strongest chance of winning at roulette. But you can play King Chuck's craps games and reliably win. You can play the King's Baccarat and reliably win. And so we're trying to give you ways to do it. And I can darn sure tell you that you can play the Angels crypto, and you can win too.
Play the Angels crypto. Just go buy Turbo and make some money.
Just go buy Turbo. Get some Turbo tokens and watch your money go. And
go on Uphold. It's an app called Uphold, or we're on, I think, 20 other exchanges. If you can reach Uphold, do Uphold. If you can reach it through the Coinbase wallet. You can reach it through Bitpanda, a whole rack of exchanges. Email me if you're having trouble getting on Uphold, and go make some money.
yeah, I on Angel's advice, I went to Uphold, and so UPHOLD Uphold, and I got my Turbo tokens on Uphold, and I've made money pretty steadily. And what I don't, anytime it goes down or flattens out, I just look at the angel and he says, no worries. And so I don't even think about it, because, it's just, let it build itself back, because it'll go back. You can watch it moving every 5 or 10 seconds if you want, but you really should just look at it a couple times a day and don't worry about it, because it's going to grow over time. And the bigger picture is what's...
I made $300 during this video.
Angels made $300 during this video, which probably means I've made 30. And so I'm quite happy with the 30 I made, but I may go by the bank and just dump money in it too. I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyway, we wanted you guys to see...
You're just doing it for the first time. You're learning like everybody else is.
My maiden voyage.
Yeah, you're learning.
This is my maiden voyage.
We're going to have other picks and other things going on.
By the way, I did make sports betting. I meant to tell you guys. Oh, okay, so we'll end it with the sports betting. The baseball betting is a fascinating thing to do. You can choose it on your own. You can ask me any questions about it that you'd want, but I chose some pretty long odds home teams to bet on. Atlanta was going to Pittsburgh, and the Dodgers were going to Cincinnati. And on the Friday night game, I played Cincinnati and I played Pittsburgh for $100 each. If Cincinnati won, I get 140, because they're the underdog. They were plus 140. I'm sorry, they were plus 120. Pittsburgh was plus 140 against Atlanta. They were looked at as a decided underdog, because Atlanta was like a minus 160. You had to bet $160 just to get $100 on an Atlanta win. But according to my betting algorithm in baseball, the betting algorithm in baseball says that the home team will only lose a 3-game homestand regardless of opponent 6% of the time. 94% of the time they win. And so what I do is I play the opening game to where I'm going to win at least $100, and since I'm playing the underdog, I know I'm going to win more than 100. So I bet $100 on Cincinnati, trying to win 120 on Friday night. I bet 100 on Pittsburgh, wanting to win 100, but I know I'm going to, if they do win, I'm going to win 140. This was the Friday night opener. Now, either team wins, I'm done with that team. Both teams lose, I'm going to martingale on Saturday. They lose on Saturday, I martingale again on Sunday, because I'm going to end up, if they win one game, I'm going to end up at least plus one bet, plus 120 or plus 140. But they both won Friday night. They both won their opener game. And so I'm done. I don't have to play them anymore. So I made a profit of $260 on the 2 baseball games. Bet 200, got back 460. You can do the same thing yourself. You can make the $100 bet on the underdog home team, or if you want to play the favorite, okay, well then, if they're a negative 160, meaning they're overwhelming favorite, you'd have to bet $160 to get back 260. But your odds of getting back your 260 are very good, and you're betting that they're going to win at least one game during this homestand. And if the Yankees are at home against the Mudville Toledo Hens, they're probably going to win one game, and so you're pretty safe company to cash your bet. So anyway, You choose the 3-game series, any 3-game series, play the home team. The home team is going to win 1 game out of those 3. That's all they got to win under your 3-game martingale. And you're going to cash a sports betting in baseball. Any questions about betting Major League Baseball in the martingale 3-game homestand, fire the question out, because if you want to play sports betting, I'm showing you how to play it. It's not like the NFL where you have to play the parlays, or basketball where you play the parlays. It helps to have the 3-game series, not a 4-game, not a 2. It's a 3-game series. 94% of the time, the home team will win at least 1 game. And so that's what your odds are. You're playing. It's like playing roulette, owning 94% of the wheel. But instead of winning $10, you actually win 100. So any questions on Major League Baseball sports betting, you can ask me. Any questions on turbo tokens, you can ask Angel. Any questions on roulette, you can probably ask yourselves, because you already know as much about it as anybody else knows. So any questions on Baccarat, fire it to me. For the Angel, the King's going to bid you adieu.